I know you clicked on this video because you want to go from 0 to 10K per month online and ultimately live the dream life you know you deserve. And as someone who's done it, I can tell you it's a lot easier than you think. I used to be completely lost in college chasing a major that I had zero interest in just to please my parents and make them happy. One day I decided to wake up and completely change my life because I realized 10, 20, and even 50 years from now, I am going to have to live with the decisions that I make. I woke up and I told myself I was done letting opportunities like the one I'm about to tell you in this video pass by. I was tired of not living the life that I actually wanted. And most of all, I was tired of being average, just like everybody else. So trust me, if I can do it starting as a broke college kid working in fast food, retail, and doing DoorDash, so can you. You're probably just like me. Young, full of passion, and ready to live a life of freedom. A life free of financial burden. And you're willing to put in the work. The only thing holding you back is your limiting belief and lack of knowledge of what to actually pursue. But if you're watching this, consider this video your sign to start. Fast forward to today, I'm a 7-figure agency owner living in my dream apartment in my dream city. And one of the most common questions I get asked every single day is what is the best business model to start in 2024? So that is why I'm making this video. To make sure that within the next few minutes, you have a full understanding of the absolute best path to make money online and completely transform your life, starting today. Now, there's no need to overcomplicate this. The business model is super simple. I call it the revived agency model. Why? Because the truth is, SMMA is dead in 2024. It's simply, as most of you know, way too saturated. Everyone's trying to do it, and it makes it nearly impossible to land clients. But there's a much better way to start an agency where you have little to no competition and that requires zero money upfront. And I know you're probably thinking, what the heck is this and how is it gonna make me rich? Well, let me explain. There's a common saying that those who provide the most value get paid the most in return for it. And this doesn't just apply to entrepreneurship. Think about why the highest paid jobs in the country are all valuable skills. Let's take neurosurgeons, for example. Top neurosurgeons make $360K all the way up to multi-millions every single year. And fast food workers make minimum wage. Now the principle is the same. If you can provide enough value to others, you'll get paid more than someone who doesn't. But before I tell you how to start, let me explain a little bit about what you'll actually be doing. As an agency owner, you'll be partnering up with businesses and personal brands to deliver high quality services to help them scale and grow their businesses online. Skills such as content creation, sales, copywriting, ads, SEO, and email marketing. Skills that generate more revenue every month for businesses who need it most. And I'm going to teach you the 3-step process that I teach every single one of my students who are absolutely crushing it in 2024. And believe me, it works. Take Megan, for example, who just hit 33K per month with this system. Or Jermaine, who closed 5K within his first week implementing these strategies. Or one of my personal favorites, Krista, who used this 3-step system to buy herself a brand new Lexus. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the 3-step system that's allowing hundreds of people to make 10K per month plus online with the revived agency model. Now to kick things off, the first step you're gonna have to do is pick a service. Now there's countless services you can provide as an agency, but the most common ones are things like content creation, email marketing, Facebook ads, and web design. Now the best part is you can actually pick any of these services depending on the business and help them scale. Which leads me to my next point. This will never be saturated. And if you're wondering why, it's because every single business out there needs help with each of these things. And there's millions of new businesses every single year. So there's literally an unlimited pool of potential clients to pick from. Step 2, once you have a service picked out, it's time to get your first client. What I recommend is using Instagram to find potential prospects to reach out to and offer your services. All you have to do is type your target audience into the search bar and you'll find thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of potential clients. You're gonna wanna find out what they need through analyzing their social media pages, their newsletters, and websites. Once you do that, you can pitch them on a service that you think could most benefit their business and help them grow. The key here is to not get discouraged if you don't get any responses right off the bat. It took me hundreds of DMs when I first started to land my first ever client. The key is to never give up. You must continually make changes to your script that make it better and better each and every single day. The mindset you have to have is that you're always one DM away from signing your first or next client. And just because I want you to succeed, I'm gonna share with you the 2 outreach scripts that's led hundreds of my students to 10K per month within their first 3 months in business. And obviously this is a given, but I want you to make small tweaks and changes within the wording because if everyone copies and pastes it from this YouTube video, it won't work. I recommend this first script if you're brand new to the agency space, and the second script if you already have a high quality personal brand. This is what I would say in the DMs to your target clients if you're brand new to the agency space. I'd start by saying, hey, my name's blank and I help blank niche bring in more monthly revenue. I was looking over your blank. In this case, you can say a website, social media page, or digital ads, and noticed a few things that if changed could bring you way more revenue. I had a few ideas on how exactly you could do this and made you this free PDF breaking down a customized game plan for your business. Let me know if you want to discuss them. When doing this, you're leading with value, and 9 times out of 10, no prospect or potential client is going to turn down free value or free work. The good thing is that you don't actually have to waste your time creating the customized PDF until your prospect actually responds to you saying that they're interested. Another thing that I want you to keep in mind when sending out DMs is that you have to make sure that when you send these messages, you space out every single DM almost as if you're texting like a middle schooler. And I say this because prospects nowadays, if they see a massive paragraph, then they're immediately going to think that you're trying to sell them and ignore your message. It comes off way too salesy and not personalized at all. Overall, this first DM script is simple, it's straight to the point, and shows that you actually went and put in the effort to take a look at the prospect's page and figure out an angle to help them bring in more revenue and grow their business. That's by far the most important thing you could do with these high-level entrepreneurs and high-level business owners. Now, if you're a bit more established, you can use this script, which I've used to make my first 7 figures online all through my Instagram DMs. Your intro is just gonna be hey with an emoji. Now, if it's a guy, I'll do a muscle emoji, and if it's a female prospect, I'll just do a wave emoji. The prospect will then take a look at your page and see the brand that you've established. If it's optimized correctly with a bunch of story highlights showcasing your work, testimonials, and showing that you have proof of concept, then you will more likely than not get a 90% response rate. And once you get a response, you find out the prospect's current situation. So you want to say something like, how are things going on your end? And they're going to tell you. Once they tell you, you're going to try and figure out their goal. Ask them, are you working towards anything specific right now for your business? And once they respond to that, you want to ask if they need help. So I say something like, and what do you feel like you need the most help with right now to achieve that? When you ask this question, the prospect is literally telling you their pain points and what they're looking to get out of your service. So it basically tells you word for word what they want you to pitch them, which makes it so much easier to close the deal. And finally, you want to suggest a call. So I always say something like, want to hop on a call to see if or how I can potentially help you with that. And when I send the message to book a call, I say 2 time slots. For example, I'll say something like, I have a 2 p.m. time slot or a 4 p.m. time slot available today. Let me know what time works best for you. This way you only give them 2 options, and it shows that your time is valuable and you get to strike while the iron is hot. Now, once you get the client on the call, all you need to do is follow this 6-box framework. The first box is the situation box. I always say something like, tell me a little bit about your situation and about some of the challenges you might be facing right now. Once they answer that question, I move into the gap box. This is where you find a problem. For example, where's your revenue at right now and where do you want it to be in 6 months? Or how many clients are you working with at the moment and how many clients would you like to be working with in 6 months? Once you figure that out, you move on to the missing box. You literally just want to ask what they're missing. For example, what do you think is missing right now? And when they answer this question, the prospect is indirectly admitting to you that they are in fact missing something. Once you get the answer to that question, you move on to the need box. You ask what they think they need help with you the most right now. And when the prospect answers this question on a sales call, the prospect is indirectly saying that they do in fact need you, your help, and your services. Then you want to move on to the priority box. You want to say something like, let me just ask you, would you say getting this handled is a priority, or is it something that you want to do maybe 5 to 6 months from now? And 9 times out of 10, the prospect will say they want it handled right now. And finally, you have the decision box. This is where you decide if they're excited, ambitious, and want to go fast. Ask yourself, do you like them? Can you help them? And do they have the funds to pay? If everything checks out, you can go ahead and close the deal. Now, once you close the deal, you can finally move on to step number 3. The best part about running a revived agency in 2024 is your ability to hire contractors or work with a white label agency partner. So let's say you just signed a client for Facebook ads. Maybe you've never even seen a Facebook ad in your life. Highly unlikely, but let's just say in an alternative universe, that's the situation. That's completely okay. Once you close your first client, you can easily outsource the work to contractors and keep a portion of the profits. You can find these contractors in Facebook groups or by utilizing contracting sites like Upwork and Fiverr. Once you find a good contractor by checking out their results and testimonials, You work with that contractor one-on-one on how to properly deliver the client's work. And then you give the contractor a small fee of what you made and you keep the rest and move on to the next client. And remember earlier in the video when I said there's a reason that this is the best business model to start in 2024? Well, here's why. You have unlimited time, and unlimited time equals unlimited earning potential. By delegating necessary work, you can free up time to bring in even more clients, which brings your business even more revenue. Now, I don't usually do this, but just this once, I have something for you that's going to change your life. When I started my entrepreneurial journey 5 years ago, I was clueless. I had no idea what I was doing. I had zero direction and nobody to guide me. And anytime I had a question, I had to figure it out on my own and nobody could help me figure things out. And it ended up taking me years to scale to 7 figures. And I imagine every single day what it would be like if I could go back in time and mentor myself, to be there for younger me, answer his questions and guide him through the challenges of entrepreneurship along the way. And that is why me and my business partner are hosting a free class on everything you need to know to get started with a revived agency in 2024. I wish I had something like this 5 years ago because I would have cut out all the years of trial and error. But just to give you a sneak peek of what you'll be getting in this live class, you'll learn what killed the traditional SMMA model, my entire mapped out journey of how I made $2 million through the revived agency model, and the 3 specific secrets you need to scale to 10K per month within your first 6 months as an agency owner. And before I get hundreds of comments asking me why I'm doing this for free, it's simple. It's because I care about you and I want you to succeed. Ever since I made my first $1 million online, it's been a goal of mine to help as many people as possible do the same exact thing. So click the link in the description and register for the free class. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay up to date every time I post a new video.